Hi, this is Catherine Roseland with Board Game Geek here at SPIEL 2016. I'm sitting here with Asger Granerud from Blötabelle, and he's here to talk about Flamme Rouge.
That's correct.
Yes.
Thanks for the introduction. It actually means the red flame. It's the flag that shows the last kilometer of all bicycle racing stages. It's been so since 1906, I think. It's a racing game.
Yes.
It's a family racing game. It's for 2 to 4 players. It takes
gorgeous figures, I just have to say.
Well,
beautiful
I must
painted
say,
figurines.
of course. These are the ones in the game.
All right, but these ones are extra pretty.
I played Warhammer for 15 years.
So you've been painting.
Yes,
I see.
I've been painting myself.
But anyone could paint them themselves.
Anyone can paint them themselves. The models are just as gorgeous, but of course paint helps.
Yes.
And everything else is pretty gorgeous as well. It's some pretty thick cardboard you've got. Even thicker than Carcassonne pieces, so good quality you've got here. Okay.
Fantastic.
The game I've set up for you is a stage. It's called Avenue Corso Passio, and it's a flat sprint. But in the box there are 5 other stages, so 6 stages in total, and all the tiles are double-sided, so you can also build your own if you want to.
Ah, fun.
Okay. But the core way it works is that each player has a team of 2 riders, 2 cyclists. A rouleur with an R, yes, a rouleur with an R and a sprinter with an S. They each have their own deck of cards to help them get through the race. Yeah. So the rouleur has 15 cards, so does the sprinter. Each turn you'll be drawing 4 cards and you'll be picking one of those to play. When you play the card, that's how far you will be moving. It's just numbers on the card. But once you've played the card, it goes out of the game. So you only have 1 chance to play a card, then it's gone. The sprinter has the highest top speed, but also the slowest card otherwise. So the rouleur has a better average speed, so to say. Of course, the goal of the game is to be the first to cross the finish line. If 2 or more riders cross the finish line at the same turn, it's the one who gets the furthest that wins. The way a game turn works, I'll just show it here, is that we have 2 riders. I can put yours on as well. 2 riders. I'll be looking, and you'll be doing the same. You don't have to do it now. At the 4 top cards, okay? Of one of them, you pick one. You pick the order. You look. You'll pick 1 card, and you will play it. The 3 other cards is the energy you're saving for later. So this is the energy you're using. It's what you're saving, which means you'll put it face up at the bottom of your deck. Okay. And maybe I can get you to...
So all 3 cards will go face up at the bottom of your deck?
Yeah. Try to play this one. I'm just helping.
All right.
Okay. Okay. As soon as you've locked in the choice of the first one, you will allowed to look at the other 4 cards. You can't look at all 8 cards at once, so 4 at a time. Play the top one. Okay. I pick one and I'll lock it in. Everyone does this simultaneously.
And these also go...
These also go face up at the bottom of the deck. There's no difference from on the riders except the distribution of cards in the deck. Rules are the same. Once everyone around the table has picked their 2 cards, we flip them. And then we basically move them, the one in front first, and then we move them as far as they are, as they say on the cards. This is my rouleur. He's got a 6, so I'll go 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If there are 2 in equal spaces, it's the one on the right side of the road that goes first. If you're right-left handicapped, some people are, or challenged, there's a double line on the right side of the road to help you. Now my sprinter goes 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And you can go through your own character.
You can go through. Even if there were 2 here, you can also go through the opponents. It's not blocking. There's a little bit of blocking, but bicycle racing isn't really about blocking. That's more in motorsports, where you want to cut people off. Then we would take your rouleur, would go 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your sprinter would go 4, 1, 2, 3, 4.
I saw you went in diagonally here,
Yeah,
so diagonal moves are allowed.
Diagonal moves are allowed. The reason is that, as I said before, if 2 players are equally far forward, it's the one on the right side of the road that moves first, and basically you always want that tiebreaker. It's even mandatory in the rules. It's not a choice because it's a false choice. You noticed I used a 9 and a 6, you used a 5 and a 4. So I used the high cards. All the cards, they're left, they go out of the game. Okay?
All right.
Never coming back. Out. But even though we did that, now we check for slipstreaming once we've moved all riders. Okay? So even though your sprinter only moved 4, we check for slipstreaming and we take the backmost one first. So your sprinter gets a bonus move. Okay? Because there's exactly one square between them, completely empty. One bonus move. Here, exactly one square, so you get another bonus move.
Oh, and they both move?
Yes.
Aha!
And here again. So basically, at the end of a round, the whole pack collects up again, unless, of course, there is a breakaway. Okay? Now there's two squares, that's a breakaway, so we don't slipstream up. So,
now if you're only one behind, you just stay there. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, no slipstreaming. He will be breaking the wind for you in a second, because the second rule after doing slipstreaming is that you're checking for exhaustion. Okay? All riders that are leading a pack, if he's here, it's still this guy leading the pack. Basically, these two spaces only matter for who moves first. That's all. If this one's leading the pack, he will get an exhaustion card. It's a sprinter, so he'll get an exhaustion card. They're all the same. You have to put them in the middle. They're all the same, so they're all twos. We take it, we put the two at the bottom of the deck.
Ah, okay? So you're putting in some blocking cards.
Exactly. If you've played Dominion at all, if you've seen curses, then they will start clocking up your hand and reducing the available choices you have. And of course, all the other riders just lost a card. So it's also a deck thinning or a deck deconstruction game where you lose cards every turn, except, of course, if you get an exhaustion card. Okay? We repeat this basically again and again and again
until your face-up cards are showing?
Until your face-up cards are showing. And if you, at the start of your turn, you have to draw 4 cards. If there's only 3 of them available, you take the 3, you shuffle the deck, you have a new deck, and you add an extra one to it. So that's how the exhaustion cards would start showing up in your hand. You don't have to play them, you can play them, they function exactly like twos. There's nothing bad about it.
Except they're a little slow.
It's the slowest card in the game, so you don't want to play them. But of course, the right use of cards means you can get a lot of extra move by using your riders to protect each other. Cycling is a team sport, so if you manage to do it like this, or even just like this guy is now helping out your rouleur, right? If you're doing it like this, none of them are helping out each other, and you'll end up getting exhaustion on both of them, making it difficult for yourself later on.
So you have to think about what the last card you played was and make sure that the next card you play is going to help that card out.
You have to make sure your team works together.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That's basically it.
How many players can you play?
2 to 4 players, 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
As I said, all the tiles, all the tiles are double-sided.
And I see there's some extra colors here, some extra rules.
That's where you get the mountain stages in. You could play La Classicissima, which is basically Alpe d'Huez, a very, very tough mountain stage in Tour de France. So it's got a very hard finish. And the rules here are almost as simple as the rest of the game. There are 2 rules. The first one is if you're going onto a red square during your turn, or you're leaving one, anyway interacting with a red square, your riders cannot move more than 5. They can play a card that's higher than 5, but they will only
be limited
move 5.
in movement.
Yes. The second rule is that there's no slipstreaming. So here the groups break up. Again, 2 things. It means that breakaways can get away, and it secondarily means that more exhaustion happens. On a downhill climb, there's only one rule. If you start your turn on a blue square, a blue area, your card is always minimum 5. So these 2s you've been getting, you can play them.
Use them
you can play them there, and it's not too bad because you'll take it easy, but you're still going 5.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That is Flamme Rouge from Lauterpellet.